It's Rob back again, and for those of you following along at home, I did a tutorial on Gary Wright's Dreamweaver last week. It came out okay, but I thought I could do better. So once again, I'm going to just add in a few things here and go over how to play Gary Wright's Dreamweaver on the acoustical guitar. So a little bit of history. Gary Wright was actually American. A lot of people thought he was British because he did a lot of work overseas, and he first came to prominence in a band called Spooky Tooth. He got noticed by George Harrison. He ended up playing keyboards on George Harrison's debut solo LP, All Things Must Pass, the triple album that he ended up playing keyboards on. Had his association there with George for many years, and from that he kind of got into the old mysticism, and George gave him a book which gave him the idea of the Dreamweaver and things like that, and he was on his way. He did his solo records, and of course Dreamweaver was a big hit. I think maybe it was number 7, and then he had an even bigger hit with the song Love Is Alive, but he's mostly known for Dreamweaver. That is just the classic, trippy, psychedelic, kind of 70s, mystical, pop song. Even though it's very simple, there's not much to it. So on guitar, I believe, and I keep forgetting to check, I think the original key of the song is an E. So it would actually be C sharp, B, A to start it off, and it's in the key of E, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, someone might prove me wrong. I play it in the key of G, and I do that because I can pick up a lot of the keyboard riffs on the guitar. I haven't seen anyone else really doing this, so I'm going to show you basically how to hit those things as you're going along. And if you don't like the key of G, well, you could always put a capo on, and you could always play it somewhere up the neck. If you wanted to play the original key, I think you'd have a capo on the 9th fret, so not ideal. So if you want to play the original key, this might not be the video for you, but otherwise, it's kind of fun to play in G because, like I said, you can just pick up a lot of the keyboard riffs along the way and make it sound more like the original song. And that's always what I'm trying to do when I cover a song, is throw in any extra parts that kind of fill it out and make you remember what's in the original song that you're covering. So starting off, I'm playing the chords up here. You could easily play them in open position down there, and I'll show you both options. Starting off, you have a verse. The song is very simple. It has 3 verses and 3 choruses. First chorus, first chorus, first chorus, and you're out. No bridge, no nothing else, no instrumental, no anything really. Just straight through, plowing right through it, but it's just still a great sounding song. So what I played there in the beginning, the verse is, I'll play the normal block chords and I'll show you the other ones I added on. But your normal verse is just E minor, D, C, and I think he hits the D back just the first time, going back up. E minor, D, C, and then he changes to the relative major, which is G, your D, and your C again, G, D, and then he flip-flops between C and D. Only does it a couple times. A lot of people drag that out, but I think he only drags it out, doubles it at the end the last time, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, let me show you the basic chords I'm doing, and I'll show you how I kind of added some different fancier voicings, which I just think happen to sound nice in this key as well. So E minor, of course, is just your E minor down there, your open position E minor, just like your E, but you don't have your first finger. And I'm assuming you know how to play the basic chords, so I'm not going to go into that too much, but E minor. You can play a D either with your first finger off as well, or the full D. I think it sounds nice to have the E ringing, so I'm playing my D like this. It just means I have the second finger down on the A, third finger down on the D, and I'm just playing the top 4 strings, the D down. Now you can play the regular C. I always play my C's are mostly like this, where I don't play the C on the second string. Instead, I play the D on the second string with my third finger. So, and I change the finger around so I can do this. Also playing that top G. I just always think that sounds nice. So the three chords are. In the first time through, though, I think you want to play the C the normal way, because as I did in my little demo, in the first time through, he actually adds the fourth, the F, and does a little line there. So after going through this progression, how many times? Just once. Now, what he does when you hit the G, D, and then he does this. Or something to that effect. You can listen to the record. He's actually getting on that fourth there, the F of the C. So in the second half of that progression, he's hitting this, or something like that. So you would play your C the normal way. You would add your pinky right underneath it on the F note, on the fourth string, the third fret, the fourth string, and you would have it on there. Let's see. You would take it off there, and I think he actually takes his second finger off there. So you have that chord, so you have that kind of melodic line. Again, listen to the record and you'll hear what I'm talking about. So it does that progression twice, E minor, D, C, and then it does the progression twice, G, D, C, going into the chorus. The way I play it, I have, this is kind of as a C7, I mean a C major 7, which means I'm playing third finger on the C of the fifth string, second finger on the E of the fourth string, and then I'm letting everything below it ring. It's just kind of a nice open sounding chord. You have the B against the C. It's kind of more mystical and fits the theme of the song, and it alternates, so you just move that up 2 frets and you have your C, and then move it up 2 frets. I think it does that, like I said, twice. And it goes into your chorus. Your chorus I'm playing in G. You have a little hesitation in there, so you have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm playing G, and then I am just accenting that note I'm already holding, the B note, and then I'm going to my C, and again I'm playing my C this way, not that way. It's just easier. As a matter of fact, you kind of need to do it in the way I'm teaching you this song, because you can hit those keyboard riffs. So you got, and then you got, so that's one of the keyboard riffs is C, hammer from D to E, and then play the open G. It's more or less that, so. So I think you just play G, E, C, second time around. And that's kind of, you know, recreating what he's doing on the keyboard. You'll see Gary Wright had actually a portable keyboard controller in the 70s, a very clunky looking thing. Probably wasn't much fun to play. It was probably heavy and awkward, but it's got a big giant multi-pin cable on the bottom. But he could control, I believe, his 2 different Moog synthesizers he had on stage. He had a switch where he could switch between them, or I think he could even play both at the same time along the keyboard. So that's what you see in a lot of those pictures. So you got, and then you got that little riff in there. He also does a thing where he hits the F. So I've recreated that as well. Now get your F here again, the same F on the second string. And something like that. You can listen and maybe get a little closer. You can hammer around from the D to the F. But if you throw that F in there, you will hear the F in the chorus of the song as well. More or less, something like that. That's really your whole song. The only thing different that happens at the end is it continues to alternate between that C and the D. Dreamweaver. And that's how you kind of fade out on that, I believe. The other chords I used, instead of your regular E minor, I'm playing mine up here. I can play all the strings and have them all ring out. I'm playing the 7th fret on the 5th string and the 5th fret, the G, on the 4th string with my 3rd and 1st fingers like this. That's for the verse, the intro E minor. And then I'm going down to this. I'm skipping the low E at that point for the next two. I've already shown you these chords, but I'm doing this E here, E minor. And those are more, like I said, C major 7, D major 7. I just think it sounds nice with all those strings ringing out. You get the dissonances and kind of catches your ear. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I think that's all I've done with that song, but at least that'll get you a little closer to the record than some of the stuff I've seen on YouTube. And come on, I got to wear this cool shirt today, so it's all good. All right, thanks for watching.